Let's check off a full body stretch today. Hey friends, it's Vera, and if we haven't met yet, hi! My name is Vera. I'm a certified personal trainer and flexibility coach. My whole goal is to make sure you are feeling good in your body, no matter your ability. So today I was just planning a short little full body stretch for myself. I was thinking something under 15, under 20 minutes, something like that. And I thought, heck, I haven't done a stretch video on my YouTube channel in a while. So here I am. I thought, you know what, to break up all those recent podcast interviews, which, by the way, if you have not listened to yet, I definitely suggest it. I think they're really great conversations, and not just because I'm in them, but definitely check that out after this stretch class. So we are going to go through the full body. It is going to be fully grounded now. Because I'm saying fully grounded, we're going to do a lot of stuff kneeling. And I know that's not always the best for some of us, depending on our needs. So you can do the first half standing or seated, and I will have that in the corner of the screen, of course. So when it comes to props, everything is optional. Optionally, you can have yoga blocks, you could have a strap, you can have pillows or cushions for under your hips and knees. But like I said, optional. You really just need a soft surface to get onto, because we are going to be kneeling to start. So when you're ready, let's get into it. Let's get it started. So first of all, if you're in a kneeling position like I am, you can be up with your toes tucked or flat. That's up to you. If they're tucked, you just get that extra toe stretch. So sitting up nice and tall, however we are, we're going to start looking side to side. We're going to mobilize our neck. Good. And of course, we're going to be breathing deeply throughout, listening to our body, going at an intensity that feels good for us. Good. Coming through center, looking up and down. Lead with your chin here. And chin to chest, roll right ear to right shoulder, through center to the other side. We're just going for half circles here, going back and forth, taking our time. I would like to note, if you're in that kneeling position or at any point you're thinking, okay, my knees, my quads, my shins, they have had enough. You can adjust, you can go to seated, you can go to standing, you can put blocks underneath your hips, whatever feels good for you, okay? All right, slowly lift your head on up. Let's go into some goalpost openers. So elbows come out in line with shoulders, arms overhead. We're going to inhale, think of our shoulders reaching back, elbows as if they could touch, chest opening. Exhale, close your chest off, bring your elbows together, shoulders reach away. Again, inhale, open. Exhale, close. We're going to do two more. Last one here. Interlace your fingers, push your palms out and up. We're going to drop one hand down beside us or to the ground, go into a side bend, and you can always put a block underneath your hand if you'd like here. Take a nice deep breath here. Slowly lift up and switch sides. Remember, for these side bends, and really every side bend, we don't want our arm coming forward. We want it in line with our ear or a little bit behind. Good. We go one more time each side. Lift up, switch. Really breathing into that side body. And other side last time. Wonderful. Slowly bring it up, bring it down. Come more back into that upright shape. We're going to do another little chest stretch here. We can use a strap if we want. We're going to be grabbing our hands behind our back. So of course, we're not feeling comfortable holding onto our hands. We have that strap, having our hands as close as we can. Now, notice I am more upright in this kneeling position now. That's because we're gonna bring our arms behind us. We're gonna roll our shoulders up and down, squeeze the shoulder blades together. I'm gonna take a nice deep inhale, slowly bring my hands away from my tailbone. Good, breathing and holding. I'm gonna start puffing out my chest, maybe looking up if it feels good. I'm gonna squeeze my butt muscles, pushing my hips forward to let my arms come down a bit. Breathing, just going as far as it feels comfortable, holding your hands away from your tailbone. Slowly bring your spine back to neutral. Keep holding your hands away. So you can go a little bit further. Slowly bring it in, release. You can put that strap to the side if you were using it. All right, so we are gonna go into a cat-cow next. So we come into that classic tabletop position. When we're in this tabletop position, of course, remember, you can roll up your mat for your knees or wrists, put something underneath your knees. You can also just do this seated if you'd prefer. We're gonna do more of a segmented cat-cow, so we're gonna go real slow with it, following our breath. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the tailbone, pulling it up to the sky. My belly's gonna slowly drop. My chest follows by pulling forward, the shoulders rolled back and squeezing together. And finally, my gaze is forward or up, depending how my neck feels. I take a breath or two here. And then I slowly curl the tailbone in, trying not to move my upper back yet. Belly tucks in. The chest closes off, the shoulders reach away, chin drops to chest. So I want you to go real slow with these. Go at a pace that feels good for you. Again, try not to move the upper body as we adjust the tailbone, pulling it up now. Thinking vertebra by vertebra. Okay, go at a pace that feels good for you. Find that nice arched back. And then curling it in. Good. And of course, just breathing deeply. You can close your eyes if you want here even. And once I'm done, I'll slowly find a neutral spine or flat back. From here, we are going to go into an adductor rock back, where I'm extending one foot out in line with my hip to the best of my ability. I can have my back toes curled or not. I'm going to slowly rock my hips back, keeping my foot planted where it's at. Take a breath. And come forward, and again. We're just getting a nice gentle stretch in the inner thigh here in our adductor muscles. And if it feels nice, you can just hold it back there for an extra second versus just coming straight out of it. We're just gonna do two more though. When you're ready, I want you to come forward in that tabletop. Keep the leg where it is just for a moment. We're gonna walk our hands back and up, and we're gonna adjust this foot coming forward in line with the hip. We're gonna turn this into a kneeling lunge. So I am gonna curl my tailbone in, pushing my hips forward. Off the bat, I'm gonna start feeling the muscles in my back leg, kind of connecting between my torso and quadricep muscle turn on. That's what we want. And if I feel good here, then I can think of my hips moving forward a bit. I can bring my hands to my blocks here if I want, or I can keep my hands to my hips, staying more upright. Taking a nice deep breath here. One more. I'm going to slowly straighten the front leg out. Now, of course, we don't have to have this leg fully straight and keep a small micro bend. We're going to tilt the tailbone away from us now, finding a small arch in our low back. I can keep my hands to my hips as I lean forward, or use blocks, or bringing my hands to the ground here, getting a nice stretch in the hamstring muscle. Breathing nice and deeply here. One more breath. Good. You can slowly come on up, come out of it, and we'd switch sides, starting with that adductor rock back. So let me turn around here, come into our tabletop with that one leg extended out in line with the hip here. And again, we're just going to rock it back and forward. And we can hold this rock back if it feels nice in the adductor muscles. Breathing deeply through it. Good. Let's do one more. We can come on up. Bring that foot forward for that kneeling lunge, okay? So remember, it doesn't have to be a crazy lunge. We can stay in this kind of 90-90 position if we want. Curl the tailbone in, push the hips forward that bit. You're already gonna feel the stretch here. If you wanna go deeper, then you let your hips shift forward. Just remember, we're keeping all those muscles nice and tight and tense. This is to help protect our body, to make sure we're not going to potentially injure ourselves, but you can stay here. That's fine. Do what feels good. Hands can come to the floor, to blocks. You can keep your hands to your hips if you want, okay? Take a nice deep breath. Try and calm that nervous system one more time. Inhale. Exhale, nice slow. Slowly push your hips back, straighten out the front leg. Remember, it doesn't have to be fully straight. We can keep that soft bend in it. Tailbone pushes away from us. Okay, a nice anterior tilt. And we're gonna start shifting our torso forward. Hands can stay to the hips, or we can come to the floor. The more intense we go, the closer our hands walk to our foot. And of course, the closer we walk our hands to our hips or bring it up, the less intense. So that's completely dependent on what your body needs right now. Let's take another deep breath because we were holding it a little bit. Good. You can slowly come on out of it. We're gonna swing around and come on to our bum, coming into a nice wide V shape. So I will note, when it comes to this wide V, if you feel like you're falling backwards or your quads are doing a lot of work, grab a block, grab two, grab four, grab a pillow, grab a bolster, whatever you want, and sit on it. You want to lift your hips up to reduce the angle, that degree in our hips and with our femur. So it's going to be a little bit more comfortable for you. All right, let's do a nice little lateral flow. I always love these. You can do a little shimmy like I just did. It feels nice. I'm going to bring one hand in front of me. One arm comes up. Take an inhale. Exhale, we go into a side bend again. With this side bend, I am bringing my elbow into my thigh to gently nudge it open a little bit more. Rather than trying to grab your toe, just to grab whatever wall is nearby to find that side stretch versus really trying to crunch over. We are going to come out to rotate our torso, thinking heart to knee. Again, not nose to knee. We don't really want to round here. We want to keep a neutral-ish spine. Make sure the back hip is not coming up. We can walk our hands beside our foot, through the leg, even if it's up here, that's fine. We're looking for a stretch in around this opposite leg, and maybe something small in our low back, and through the hamstring and calf, not with the front legs, a little bit of all the hip area, yeah. And we're gonna then walk our hands forward. We think of a nice pancake straddle. So rather than just trying to reach our arms forward as far as we can, think of our tailbone again in that anterior tilt. So it's pushing away from us, finding an arch in our low back. And we hinge forward. You can keep your hands close to your hips as you do this. And then over time, you can start walking your hands forward, but you don't have to right now. Take a nice deep breath. I really want you to squeeze your butt here. You're gonna notice your legs gonna open a little bit more when you do that. And then we switch sides, do that same little sequence on the other side. So I go heart to knee. Notice I'm kind of lifting my belly up. I am moving it on top of it, so I'm not weirdly contorting my body. So if you've got to adjust your body, that's fine. Do it. Whatever feels good for you. So again, if the heart to knee, not nose to knee, because I want to keep a neutral-ish spine. Hands can be beside my leg, to the leg. Maybe I'm grabbing my foot if I really want to. Or maybe I'm staying more upright because I want to make sure my back hip is not lifting, okay? Wherever feels good for your body at this time. And we're going to turn it into that side bend. So twist over, I push the elbow into the thigh, and then reach towards my green wall here. Good. And I slowly come on up. We can bring our legs closer together into a crisscross applesauce, into a diamond shape, whatever we like. I'm just gonna keep it where they are because I'm fine with that. 2 more stretches left, friends, okay? So this one, classic, a delt stretch. We're gonna bring our arm across, pull it in. We're looking for a stretch in the top of our shoulder, a little bit in to the arm. If you do got a chest, you are basically pressing down on it rather than coming across and kind of suffocating yourself there. All right, so pulling it in, you can even do some wrist circles here. Why not? It feels nice. If it feels good, you can even tilt your head away from that arm, switch direction of your wrist circles. Good. Slowly release and switch sides. Pulling it in, and again, tilt our head away if we want to get a little extra neck stretch. Do our wrist circles. And we're looking for that stretch mostly in our delts. Not really our bicep too much, really just that deltoid muscle. And again, the wrist circles and the little neck stretch, they're just extra. You don't have to do them. I am switching wrist circle or this direction of my wrist circles if we are doing those though. All right, I'm gonna release and we're gonna do a nice little seated twist here. I'm actually gonna bring my legs a little bit closer for this so I have something to grab onto because I'm gonna be grabbing the outside of my thigh. If that doesn't feel comfortable to grab the outside of the thigh, you can grab the inside of the same thigh you're used in front of. You get what I mean, this one. So the other hand here is gonna reach behind you. It can reach to a block, it can reach to a chair if you're seated, or just behind your hips. Now, Notice I'm still looking at the camera, but my body is starting to twist. I'm gonna lead with my collarbone first as I inhale, twist, and then I'll turn my head. Okay, so we're moving the necklace, looking over that shoulder, taking a nice deep breath. Slowly coming back to center, taking my time, and we switch sides. Okay, other hand behind the hip or to a blocked chair, whatever feels good. Inhale, think of a nice straight spine. Exhale, lead with the collarbone first, and then the neck. Good. Slowly come back around. All right, take a nice deep inhale, bring your arms overhead. Exhale it down. One more time, friends. Inhale up. Exhale down. That brings us to the end of the class. Thank you so much for joining me. And let me know, how is your body feeling now? How was it feeling before? Was there anything that you were like, oh, I need to work on this a little bit more? Or maybe I really love this movement. I got to do it more. Let me know in the comments down below. I would love to hear about it. And of course, if you want more stretch flows just like this one, remember you can always join me in the garden. It's my online membership with so many videos, exercise plans, workshops, emails, all that good stuff. It's in the garden, so definitely check that out. And if you just want to hear more from me, go to the pinned comment down below. That's where you can join my email list, where I'm giving you weekly tips, tricks, and all the fun stuff about flexibility with Vera that you need to know. But that is it for me today. Thank you again so much for joining. Stay hydrated, stay flexy, and I'll see you on the mat soon again.